What's up, pigeons? This is Chris McCroskey coming to you live from the upstate, and I'm here to answer all your questions. You've given us 10 questions and a lot of thinkers, so I'm gonna try to answer them to the best of my ability. And the first one is, why do I love the GPBL? Community. GPBL has allowed me to form a bigger community and meet a lot of you guys. Never met you guys in person though, but I feel like we text a lot in person, and just kind of a lot of natural relationships being formed through that has been big. And then two, just getting to scratch my competitive itch. I'm a really competitive person. Grew up playing sports. Grew up competing in a lot of different things, and being an old man now. I'm only 29, but I feel like an old man. I get to scratch that competitive itch through the GPBL. So, main two reasons why I love the GPBL right there. Draws. I get that draws can be annoying. There's a lot of times I wish that I couldn't get a draw. I'd rather just have a win or a loss. But for time's sake and respecting everybody's times, I think in the regular season, draws are important for keeping the weeks moving on. And obviously in the playoffs, there are no draws. It's play till you have a winner. So when it's time to cream up, there are no draws. But during the regular season, in order to keep time going and keep games going and respect other people's times, I think draws are important. So at the end of the day, winning and losing, it's all on you. So under me, I think draws will stay for the regular season, but obviously not for the playoffs or the tourneys. Tourney format. My biggest thing on tourney format, I think we should go back to best of three. I think while I do get the best of three per game, I think it just takes a lot of communication, a lot of commitment. And with our tourneys only being a week long and having to get through 3 or 4 rounds, I think it's just tough on all accounts. It's where you get into the 24-hour rule, and you get into people not being able to play back because they have families, jobs, etc. So I think just the best of three, like for pairings, just if you have 3 games, you just do a best of 3, not best of 3 per game. I think going back to that would be the move. My proposed schedule format. I think that first of all, for the schedule format, I think it needs to be booked out for 6 months, not necessarily a year. And then I am a full proponent, many of you know this, of bringing back single games. Now, I'm not trying to say that we should play single games every month. I think pairings do something to bring up cream levels, and I think open season do some things to bring up cream levels. But at the same time, this league was founded on single game months, and it challenges you to your core, and that's what I'm about. We're gonna build pigeons and doves and owls and swans and whatever bird we're trying to get the best competitive cream out of you. And I think single game months bring that out in people. At least it did in me. Single game 8-ball sent me to the B League, and I came back stronger than ever. So I think single games need to be reintroduced, but pairings and open season will also have their place. Maybe some more tourneys. Who knows? Games added or banned. Out of the games we have right now, I don't see any of them that need to be banned. I hate shuffleboard to my core, but as many of you may know, I'm a player-driven commissioner. A lot of you like shuffleboard, so it's here to stay. But darts would make a return upon, talking to the executive team and getting that vote passed. I don't see why it should be banned with 8-ball having glitches, basketball having glitches, 9-ball possibly having glitches. So I just think we need to lean on our integrity and our sportsmanship, and executive team needs to come up with a system in place to where if a glitch does happen, that we can move forward and all parties can have a fair match. Extracurricular events. I'm going to keep this short and sweet, or try to at least. I got some ideas for this. One thing that's been tossed around a lot in my head and with some people that I've talked to is a teams month. Having some players, pair together in teams and splitting a pot maybe, or having a tourney of teams. I've thought about big gutter versus power line. Each person nominates a person for a gauntlet or a game in a gauntlet, and the winner of that gets to decide the games for the next month. A lot of ideas that center around competition and bringing the best out of people. So yeah, maybe some side tourneys of knockout, who find out who King Queen is, or tanks, or maybe bringing in some of these other games for some side small tourneys and maybe putting some money on them. Yeah, I have a lot of ideas that flowing in my head. So those are a couple right there. Goals for my 6-month term. First one is getting the nest back going. We need some new guys in here. We need some fresh pigeons. I feel like this league is a lot of fun, and the nest getting back, having more people in this thing. We have a lot of people that have come up from the nest and have done really well. Julian is one of them that comes to mind. But yeah, getting the nest back up and going. Another one is getting 10 past players to come back to the league for at least a month. I think would be good. I think some of the extracurricular activities I have in mind and the schedule format might be able to do that. So yeah, those are 2 main goals right now. Another one is retention rate, but that is a separate question. So we'll get to that next. How will I lead the executive team? I think there's a lot of great members that are going to be a part of this executive team with a lot of great ideas, and some of which have put a lot of work into this thing. So my job is just going to be listen to the executive team, make the best decision, figure out some rules and some things that we need to stay firm on and keep in place and enforce throughout the league, and then make these big decisions that if we're splitting hairs on something, just go with my gut, trust my experience in this league as a player that has been in this for over a year. So yeah, it won't be my way or the highway, but we'll be a team. So really looking forward to that. Best way to fix retention rate. I think a lot of these extracurricular activities that we have, that I have planned, could fix retention rate. Maybe offering something at the end of the year for the person that invites the most people and also has those people stay in for a certain amount of time. A lot of things I'd have to talk about with the executive team. But yeah, I think just bringing back the fun, the banter in the group chat, the maybe some side tourneys, maybe, I think the more we build this community up of pigeon game players, we could fix this retention rate and have a lot of people in this and get the nest back and have a lot of people in the end of year tourney. So figure out who the best pigeon is. Yeah, as far as the margin of my life goes, those of you that know me know I'm a single man. I live alone. Have 2 dogs, but they vibe outside. I like to fish. I like to play golf. Have a good job. I work swing shifts sometimes, so when I'm awake or when I'm asleep could vary. But other than that, I have a good bit of margin in my life. So really looking forward to having the opportunity of being your commissioner, and have a lot of ideas, a lot of things that I think can make this league a lot of fun, bring back some competitiveness, and bring back some rivalries, some good-hearted trash talk, as Tom would say in the group chat. I feel like I know what he's talking about, and was a part for those days. Those were a lot of fun. So really looking forward to the opportunity. Hope to have your vote. And Chris out.